please do not rush into this soft life thing that you see on social media. It's all just a facade. I'll keep my team brief, especially with South African influencers. We are chasing payments every single day of our damn lives. Yes, we make money, but it's not the type of money that you see us riding in yachts and doing this and doing that. Baby, some of these things are contributed by the people in our lives. Don't think guys, don't get me wrong. I work hard. Like I said, I work hard. And if I get something from a boy, I'll tell you. If I work for something, I'll tell you. Because I just feel like that's the reality of life. Let me not shy away or hide from the fact that I got something from a boy and come here and tell you guys I worked hard. It's the same thing as those people that say go to the gym when they know for a fact that they had surgery. Why?
Going viral but broke is becoming a norm in the influencing industry. And a lot of our creators, influencers, and TikTok stars experience this. It does not make sense, right? The fact that you're blowing up online, you're getting the views, the numbers, the engagement, but zero opportunities, zero income. It's just sad to watch. It's not cute. With that said, hi and welcome back to the channel. Come closer, class is in session. Today I'll be talking about the things I think make influencers go broke. Right. With that said, one thing I love and appreciate about Oli is how she's so transparent and honest when it comes to influencing and the industry. She's always sharing and telling us the good, the bad, and the ugly, and what really happens in this industry. And I really appreciate that about her. But the thing is, or the reality is, views do not equate income or salary or success at the end of the day. Do you hear the words that are coming out of my mouth? Views do not equate salary, income, or success in this industry. So if you're going to come into this industry thinking that, oh well, I'm starting my influencing journey, I'm starting my content creation, and I'm going to make millions, you really need to start being self-aware and understand what really happens behind the scenes in this industry. Now is the time that I'm starting to realize and notice that I don't blame our influencers for doing everything, simply because they're trying to survive. Whether you see them DJing, acting, MCing, dancing, vlogging, Instagramming, TikToking, they are trying to make a living and they're trying to survive in this difficult economy. That's a sad reality, right? Now, having views and a huge following means nothing these days. It really means nothing, right? So if you think you got 1 million views, that's going to generate into R1 million, you're in for a surprise. You're really in for a surprise, and that's just so sad to watch, right? I mean, you can't want to come into this industry thinking that you're going to make 6 figures overnight. Jokes write themselves out, and you're going to be shocked. You're really going to be shocked. Now, one of our influencers that's really making an honest living out of influencing and that's making good money is definitely Grace. And I don't know how she does it. I'm very curious. I wish you could just sit down and just tell us and break it down that, guys, this is the things that I'm doing in order to attract these opportunities and make money for myself and live a comfortable life, you know. But in all honesty, not all influencers and creators are enjoying the behind the scenes because they are broke. They are struggling despite going viral, despite reaching the views. You are just struggling as a creator, which makes no sense. You know what I'm saying? And this goes back to how the influencing industry does not have a formal structure, right? A lot of our influencers can't afford managers or management. They manage themselves, right? This leads to them making bad decisions. They make decisions because they're hungry. They make decisions because they're desperate. They're not making decisions understanding why they're doing these things. Do you get what I'm saying? I mean, they're everything in one. They're the publicist, the PR specialist, they are the marketing director, the glam squad, they are the act, they are the creator. So they do everything in once, and it gets difficult, right? It really gets difficult to manage everything behind the scenes. I mean, even with a small channel of mine, really, it's difficult, guys. It gets hectic. So I can imagine the likes of, I don't know, your Mihlalis of the world, that it's extremely difficult and it does get a bit frustrating, right? And funny enough, I don't know if you've noticed, a lot of our influencers are now posting on YouTube, right? Simply because we've come to notice and realize that a lot of online platforms like your TikToks really don't pay. Right? I mean, a lot of our influencers are complaining that, oh, I'm going viral, my views are crazy, but zero, nothing. You get what I'm saying? Which is just so difficult to watch and is really sad, right? With that said, also I just want to talk about the things that I think influencers experience that cost them to be broke, right? And the first one is definitely don't overshare, right? And I'm getting to my point. Let me land. Don't tell your audience, your subscribers, your followers how much you make. Don't do that. Why would you do that, right? Simply because people have different relationships with money. If you're gonna tell me that you're making 65,000, right, and you can buy Louis Vuittons, and you're making unboxings and doing these beautiful things, if you're gonna launch a brand, sell a product, I'm not going to buy. I am not supporting you because I think you can afford. So a lot of our influencers make the mistake of coming online to tell their followers and subscribers how much they actually make, which is like the worst move you can do. And this does contribute to influencers being broke, because I'm thinking, I'm not going to spend my last 50 Rand on you when you have 2,000 Rand. Doesn't make sense, right? The second one is how influencers overspend, right? They're constantly overspending and they live above their means. With that, I'm talking about people that do things because of peer pressure. I don't know if you've noticed, but recently a lot of our influencers and TikTok stars are moving into apartments, getting cars, right? And the question is, are you doing it because you need to do it as an adult? It's your big girl purchase. Or you're doing it because everyone around you is getting these apartments. Like Dick Dudley moved into an apartment, Dominic has his own apartment, and Advice recently moved into his apartment and was sleeping on the floor. And a lot of people were like, we're tired of giving influencers money and sponsoring their lifestyles. Why did you move out of home? You could have saved up enough in order for yourself to buy furniture, etc., etc. And I was like, you see, things like this make influencers go broke, because now you're putting yourself under pressure to move out of your comfort home in order to look like you have things together. It does not make sense. But it's not the case with him. But I'm just saying, in general, they do this, right? And then lastly, what's the last one? Brands. Someone in the comments said, Paul, let these influencers get jobs. I agree. Like, duh, you know? But the reality is the unemployment rate is very high. So not everyone has a job. I think with this topic, we need to be a little bit careful, right? Just because you have a job does not mean that people don't have jobs, are not looking for jobs. Guys, come on. Everyone's an adult. You want money, you want to take care of yourself, you want to do your own thing, right? But brands also need to come on board. They really need to start stepping up and giving opportunities to these influencers and these creators, right? The plot twist in all of this is that it is very possible to make money online, but influencers need to stop making it look so easy, right? This is where the problem starts, where people think you can just create an account, start posting one video, and then you're going to start making money. No, that's not the case. You need to have a plan. You need to understand what's going to really be expected of you in order for you to dominate this industry. And influencers need to stop selling this idea that you just get into the industry and you start earning and making a living and enjoying your life. No, guys, with everything, you need to put in a lot of hard work, time and effort. And I think people need to understand that it's a beautiful industry. I mean, doing the things that you like and passionate about, it's nice, it's healthy. I think a lot of Black people should start living like this. And yes, school is important, going to work is important, but also having passion projects is important. Like, why must we always, specifically Black people, why must Black people always put aside their passions, their goals, and chase the realities of life, right? And influencing makes a lot of Black people just escape those realities to say, what, you know what, I like cooking, let me explore this area of my life. I like dressing up, let me have fun, you know? But we need to be realistic and understand that not everyone is going to make millions. You need to be creative, you need to be smart, you need to think out of the box, and you just need to be consistent and keep on showing up for yourself. With this channel as well, I'm just showing up, guys. Behind the scenes, I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but I'm learning, I'm growing, and let's just give each other a chance, right? And enjoy ourselves while we do all of this. There's nothing wrong with influencing. There is nothing wrong. But the truth is, a lot of content creators and influencers are broke while going viral. But I think we can fix these things by asking for opportunities, by giving ourselves opportunities and creating opportunities for ourselves. With that said, tell me what you think. What are the reasons that you think our influencers are broke? How can we fix this? With that said, please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.